Children, my next topic is air pressure. What is air pressure? Air pressure is the pressure exerted by the weight of the air on the earth's surface. Children, you know, if air will not exert pressure on it, we all will start floating in the air. But this air pressure is controlled by the temperature. As temperature increases, pressure decreases. Where there is high pressure, temperature is low, and where there is low temperature, pressure is high. So here I am going to tell you the relation between air pressure and wind. Children, you know that why does air move? Air moves due to difference in pressure. When anywhere there is high pressure and when there is anywhere low pressure, so air on the high pressure area start moving towards low pressure area. This movement of air is called wind. So I am going to tell you that the different types of wind. The different types of wind are, there are three types of wind: permanent wind, seasonal wind and a local wind. Permanent winds are trade winds, polar easterlies and a westerlies. Seasonal winds are monsoon wind. Local winds are Lu, Chinook, Bora, Khamsin, etc. Okay, so now I am going to tell you that air pressure wind. Children, I have told that earlier I have told on the earth's surface there is no equal temperature, and as temperature differ, pressure differs. So on the earth's surface different pressure belts are found. These different pressure belts are shown here. There are 7 pressure belts found on the earth's surface. Around the equator, 5 degree north to 5 degree south, the pressure belt, the sun's rays fall vertically, so here pressure is low, that is called equatorial low pressure belt. It is also called doldrums because this region is quite calm region. From 30 degree to 35 degree in both the hemisphere, 30 degree to 35 degree in both the hemisphere, the air is cold, so here pressure is high. This is called subtropical high pressure belt. Subtropical high pressure belt. And between 60 to 65 degree of latitude in both the hemisphere, the pressure is low, that is called subpolar low pressure belt. Okay, and around the North Pole and the South Pole, the temperature is high, so the temperature is low, so pressure is high. Okay, children. So just I have told that wind I have told that, children, when there is a pressure difference, the wind start blowing. The wind always start from high pressure area to low pressure area. So in the world, that here you have seen that here is a high pressure, here is low pressure, high pressure, low pressure, high pressure, low pressure, high pressure. That means 7 pressure belts are there. So from the area where there is high pressure, the wind start blowing toward the low pressure area. And the air of the subtropical region where there is high pressure, the wind start blowing towards equatorial low pressure area. Similarly, from the subtropical high pressure area, the wind start blowing towards subpolar low pressure belt. Similarly, in the southern hemisphere, the wind start blowing towards the low pressure area, and from the poles, the wind start blowing toward the subpolar low pressure area. But children, you know that as the wind is coming, their direction is not same. Their direction change. This direction is changed by the movement of the earth's rotation. This earth rotation, as the earth rotates, the wind not go directly, the wind's direction deviates. This deviation is given by a rule that is called Farrell. So Farrell has given a rule that is called Farrell's law. According to the Farrell's law, while blowing, the wind deviates towards right, towards, that is in the northern hemisphere, towards right in the northern hemisphere, and towards left in the southern hemisphere. So this is happened due to the rotation of the earth. So whatever the wind is coming here, this wind is, if this area, this is in the northern hemisphere, this area is southern hemisphere. So as the wind is coming, they started blowing towards north. So this wind is that it is coming, it deviates towards right. So this wind is coming in this direction. Similarly, this wind is not reaching, this wind is going in this direction, and this wind is coming in this direction. In the southern hemisphere, this wind deviates towards left, so this wind is going in this direction. Similarly, in this area, okay. So children, these are the different type of permanent wind, because these winds blowing all the time permanently. These winds are coming from the eastern part. These winds are called trade winds. Trade winds. Because these winds help to the trader in olden days. These winds, these two winds are coming from the west directions. These winds and these winds. These winds are coming from the west directions. So these are called westerlies. And these winds that is coming from the polar region, so these are called polar easterlies. In the northern hemisphere, and the polar easterly in the southern hemisphere. So these are the permanent winds that blow permanently. Okay children. Now my next topic is moisture. Children, you all know that whatever the sun rays fall on the water masses, when the sun rays fall on the water masses, the water gets evaporated and the water vapor goes in the atmosphere. The water vapor that is present in the atmosphere, that is called moisture. When there is a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and as it rises, because as we go up, temperature increases, temperature decreases. So as temperature decreases, the moisture gets condensed, and when moisture gets condensed, it start coming down toward the gravitational force of the earth, toward the earth's surface. That is called precipitation. So I am going to tell you that moisture that goes in the atmosphere, they not stay all the time. They return back to the earth's surface. Returning of the moisture on the earth's surface called precipitation. This precipitation may be in four forms, that is called rain, drizzle, snowfall or hailstone. When the moisture comes in the water droplet, that is called rain. When the moisture comes in very small water droplet, this is called drizzle. When the rain precipitation comes in the ice form, that is called snowfall. And when sometime ice particles comes down on the earth's surface, this is called hailstone. Okay. So the most common form of precipitation is rain or rainfall. Here I am going to tell you that different types of rainfall. The different types of rainfall are relief or orographic rainfall, cyclonic rainfall and conventional rainfall. Okay children. So you can see that the relief rainfall, when from the sea, the moisture laden air that coming and getting the barrier of mountain, it started rising up, and as they rises up, they cross the height of snow line, that is 0 degree centigrade temperature. They condense and forms cloud, and as cloud forms, they start raining. The front side of the mountain, that is called windward side, receive more and more rainfall, but as to the back side of the mountain, that is called leeward side, that receive very little rainfall. For example, in our country India, the southwest monsoon coming from the Arabian Sea, they bring moisture, and this getting the barrier of Western Ghat mountain, they rises up and force to rain in the western coastal area, Mumbai, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, and this is why this area receiving more rainfall. But to the back side of the mountain in Pune receive very little rainfall. Now next one is the cyclonic rainfall. Cyclonic rainfall is occurs due to the cyclones. When cyclones come, the cold air rising, but the warm air as coming from the another side, this warm air pushes the cold air up, and as this cold air rises up, because they are having the moisture and it condenses and it start raining. So this type of rainfall called cyclonic rainfall. Cyclone sometimes occurs in our different parts of the country. This cyclone may be destructive when they come in the coastal region like Odisha or Andhra Pradesh or Tamil Nadu. Now my last type of the rain is the convectional rainfall. This convectional rainfall occurs in the area of equatorial region. Basically in the equatorial region there is a conventional current, and due to the conventional current moisture rises up, and as moisture more and more rises up in the atmosphere, as they go in the atmosphere they start condensing. Every day between 12 to 2 p.m. moisture gets condensed and forms cloud, and between 2 to 4 p.m. it rains. This rain is also called 4 o'clock rain. Okay, so this occurs in the equatorial region only. Okay children, so these are the different types of rainfall. Okay, now my last topic, that the rainfall children is very useful for human being. Rainfall between 100 to 200 centimeter is the sufficient rainfall, that is useful rainfall. If rainfall is less than 100 centimeter, it may cause drought. If rainfall is more than 200 centimeter, it may cause floods. So the sufficient rainfall is good for the development of plants and animals and the human beings. Okay children, so I think you all have understood the chapter. Thank you class. Have a nice day.